How long does it take to get these commercial loans from start to finish? Is this a 20-day thing? Is it a 45-day thing? Like what type of time frames are you seeing realistically to get a commercial loan to clear to close point?
Good question. I will start by saying, in this business, you're only as good as your lender. Because there's a lot of lenders out there, and not all are created equal. And you guys, we were talking before the show started a little bit about, one in general that we both use is Renovo. They're great. They're a little more expensive, but they're very easy to work with. I would say that it is a lot easier to get a commercial loan than a residential loan. For example, what I was talking about before, like if you go FHA and buy a 4-flat, those are rigorous loans. I mean, they are a pain in the neck, but in return, you get fixed rate financing. From a commercial perspective, really they're looking at the borrower, but they're looking at the deal. I mean, that's really kind of their main focus is how does this building operate? What's the end goal here? What's the cash flow look like? What are your debt coverage ratios at? So I would always recommend if you're getting in, start out with a community lender. Usually the community lenders are easier to work with than the big dogs, as I'll call them. The JP Chase, the US Bank, the Fifth Third. I mean, they're kind of tough, and not to harp on them. They have great products for certain types of commercial real estate. But if you're coming in and you're looking for a renovation loan on an 18 unit in Hermosa, I would strongly recommend having some conversation with lenders before you even start that process, and more so community lenders. I was mentioning to you guys, I use Heartland Bank. They're fantastic, very easy to work with. I've had them close a deal for me in 3 weeks. Ordered the appraisal once I brought them the deal, and we were signed, sealed, and deliver in less than 30 days. So, I mean, it just depends. I mean, they can, the pandemic has slowed them a little bit right now, but I've been researching a lot since the pandemic hit, and some lenders are kind of on the sidelines, but there's a lot still loaning. There's a lot of them still looking for deals out there. I think I'd always say, though, just to be safe, put in a 60-day close. Give yourself a little time. It's a lot easier giving yourself, being ready on day 50 than it is. Again, another thing that you have to deal with is if you do a 30-day close and they're not ready, now you have to get an extension. I always think you're better off putting in enough time to be ready sooner and whatnot. That just makes the process easier.